My name is Veronica Weaver, and this is my 5-minute presentation. Um, Alright, so I have a PowerPoint. It was supposed to be a magazine, but I couldn't find a template for a magazine that worked, so it ended up being a PowerPoint, and there's a lot of information in it, so I can't go over everything within the 5 minutes we have. But the PowerPoint basically encompasses what I learned this semester and using the Book of Mormon as a handbook. And it was actually a really great experience for me. And so I'm going to put this PowerPoint, also include it, hopefully if I can figure it out, as a document so that you can browse through it if you want and see a little bit more in detail. But ultimately my project this semester was on how to find um, a greater desire to live faithfully every single day, and through doing that to find a greater sense of happiness and peace in my own life. And it's actually been a really great project. I've taken a lot of other religion classes at BYU, and they've been good. I've learned things, I've grown, I felt the spirit, and yet this has been a really great way to apply every single week, pretty much every single day, what I've been learning and to share it with other people. And so I've really, really enjoyed this project. And so for me personally, I put together this PowerPoint as a reflection of the things that I've learned and or relearned and gained a better testimony of, just so that I can go back through on days when I'm, having a really hard time and be like, oh yeah, I remember that, and I remember how much this influenced my life for the good, and just as to use it as a tool to help me stay strong. And so I'm just going to go flip through these slides really quickly because time is going really fast and 5 minutes isn't that long. But I have an introduction into what these are in case they can, help someone else perhaps in their own search to find that faith and that desire to just be strong and really strong in the church every single day. The strongest point for me that really stood out was just how important the scriptures are in our everyday life. And I love the quote, if you want to talk to God, pray. And if you want him to talk to you, read your scriptures. And on my mission, and since coming home from my mission, that is such a true principle. And especially by making the Book of Mormon a personal handbook this semester, that has spoken more truthfully to me than ever before. And so these are just some of the principles that I reflected on and that really stood out to me throughout the semester. One was consecration. We have wickedness never was happiness. Definitely a theme throughout the last part of the Book of Mormon. Standing firm every day, just being sure to put on that armor of God, that we need that, or we will definitely not be able to make it through our day very easily. Just that we need to have that strong foundation with our Savior, and even on the days that come that are really hard, that we'll have that foundation to fall back on, and that we will be able to make it through with the help of the Savior. That we need to avoid adversity and sin, kind of reflecting on that, like sin, wickedness never was happiness again. Focusing on true conversion and yielding our whole hearts to God, and just every day making that decision when we wake up that we are going to keep our covenants, that we are going to dedicate ourselves to our Heavenly Father and make time for Him that day. Individual worth was an important one, just remembering who we are as children of God, and that we are better than what the world would have us fall for. Returning to the Lord again and again. He knows we're going to fall, and he's standing there waiting to help lift us up. Another one was repenting that there is no happiness in sin. There was definitely a theme throughout the Book of Mormon, and also throughout my personal development, was just that, there is no room for sin. If you want to be happy, there is only one recipe for that. Then really just not being ashamed to speak out, to stand up, and to take upon the name of the Savior upon ourselves, and to be His disciples even when it is very unpopular in today's world. And then a lesson that we had recently, that hope is really the anchor to our souls, that it grounds us and that keeps us moving forward. And ultimately, my conclusion through all of these lessons that I was able to learn through studying the Book of Mormon on a daily basis and discussing it with my family and my friends was just really that we need our Savior's love to get through this life, and that we can't do it without Him, and that we feel His love by reading the Book of Mormon, by the words that the prophets have chosen to share with us, And I know that is true. And so with ending, just kind of my conclusion that living faithfully and finding happiness on a daily basis, it's not hard. I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy, but it is worth it. And this is a picture of me and my husband, and just, every day is a learning experience for us, and it's not easy, but I know, and this is what I knew when we first got married, that as long as we keep the Savior at the center of our lives, that we will be happy and that we will be able to make it no matter what comes our way. And that's really been emphasized throughout the semester for me, and through making the Book of Mormon a personal handbook for myself. And I hope that you have all been able to find the same, just the same depth and the same spirit that came with reading the Book of Mormon for yourselves, and to answer your personal questions. And if you guys want to go through the document or even the video and just pause it and read some of the words, it's just either my understanding of what I learned or different quotes from the prophets and the apostles. But it's been a great semester, and I hope that all of you have a great finals week. And I will look forward to seeing all of your presentations. Thank you, and bye.